watch with history only, who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only, who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. Yes. The Observer. History only, who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. History only, who's in trouble, who's in top, who's in the bubble. The Observer. The Observer.
I'll just... Good morning, babbies. Are we all right? Oh dear. Hey, me bedhead. Let's have a little look. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Oh, hey, it's supposed to be nice again this weekend. Good morning, thank you, everybody. Good morning, I've got tipped. Oh, to me granny. Yeah, I am good. Love your hair. You love the bedhead, do you? Morning, everybody. Good morning. Morning, my top girl. Thank you, Nikki, Tracy, everybody that's sending out me's and me little presents. Thank you. I'm out of breath brushing about this morning. So, how are we all this morning? Are we good? Do you know, this app is fucking mad. And I'm sick of hearing about the same shit day after day, morning, my Observer. But what I am so mad about this morning is that vomit one. Honestly, talk about turning on a penny. She shouldn't have a platform, I'm sorry, and nobody should be going to her with information about anything because she stands on jack shit. Yeah, it's still there, can you see it? It's still there. She stands on
Pearl, quickly shit. Before I finish my cleaning, did you hear her saying that her DV was worse than anybody else's?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How can hers be worse than anybody else's when the person that she uprooted everybody for to move away, she got that person that supposedly whatever to move them in and still around them. So do you know what I'm saying?
And why are we point scoring DV now on this app? It's fucking weird behaviour, Pearl.
Listen, how can you go off one clip, then turn it around, and for her to say that ain't DV?
Exactly. She's
She's
putting a dangerous narrative out there.
And let's not forget, it come out of her own mouth. I'll play them all later. Come out of her own mouth. She was all for Steph, and then she was on the phone yesterday with Alex, and now all of a sudden she's back for Alex again. And she is above the law. She is above the law, and she can see off that one clip that is nothing. Steph was going through nothing.
Yeah. And sent it to 12 or 20 other people, a video that has somebody else's child's voice in it. Alex had no right to say, you can send that to 20 people if he did or did not.
It wasn't Alex's child for a start off, and it wasn't Alex's clip. She befriended a woman to get information off her to basically, the word is to screw her over. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts. I'm sorry. He's this is my opinion and my opinion alone. He made friends with DA to get a point score. He made friends with Hayley again to point score and back him up. And that's what I fucking think. Nobody's going to take that opinion away from me. And I just think she's vile. Right, Pearl, let me clean up. Everyone wants you to talk about Rosh. You know Roshanti?
Yeah.
He admitted to being in PLM last night.
No, well, send me the clips. We'll speak about that.
All right. I'm going to go because Mateo's potty training. Bye, everyone.
Potato. So, morning everybody, good morning, good morning, good morning. So that's what I'm pissed off, and everybody knows I said I wasn't going to speak on it no more for anything, but this morning, hey my Jay, I am so fucked off with the vomit one because she stands on jack shit. But I have got a little clip here I'm going to play, and well, there's two, and I'll let you listen to it. Did you see the picture CA put up? The difference, listen, whatever CA's put up, it's come straight direct from Steph, right? Steph's given that permission. Whereas this dirty troglodyte, who's an embarrassment because he's jokingly, like, laughed jokingly with his friend and said he'd never go there. So I want to know, has he got something on her for it to turn on a penny? Like, I don't know what, this just could be my mind coming up with it, but there's something not ringing true here. How can she go all out, befriend this woman, and then when she got what she wanted, so was it a setup, was it a plan? Big up my Red Bull, thank you. Was it a setup, was it a plan, was it, because that's what she's done, she's lulled Steph into a false sense of security to get what she wanted, and then basically fucked her off and has told the whole app that this woman's going through nothing. And I don't like that. I do not like that. When this woman is obviously going through, big up my Laura, thank you, obviously going through something, because how many times, is it 3, is it 4, is it 5, I don't know how many fucking times, and I don't think any of us will know how many times it is that he's being arrested. But one thing I do want to put out there is, and listen, you're going to think I'm a Kent for saying this, but from what I seen yesterday, and for somebody very cocksure of themselves in everybody's life from the day before when all this crying was going on, I'm going to say it as think it, because you know I'm always truthful. To me, Alex's mental health is cleared up quicker than the vomit one is turned on a penny and went against Steph. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the day before, I mean, come on, that's what I flipped for, was because I felt like, am I pushing this too much? Am I going in and saying things and this man's feeling this way? But what I wasn't allowed to do was put it onto my fucking name, right? So I felt sorry then that whole day he was still crying, he was doing this, but yesterday he was back to the old AB and he was dead cocky, he was dead sure of himself, and you know for why? He had the phone call with vomit. He had vomit back on side. So whatever he's promised her, whether he's promised her, I don't know, whatever, but she switched. And to me, she ain't no woman's woman. She does not stand on jack shit, and please be careful. In fact, she should have been thing to the police for what she's done, because she shared private information of somebody who thought she was a friend with 20 of her mods. Now, them mods could have shared it with anybody. What God-given right did she have to do that? And in this clip, you even see her get Alex back in the box and say, have I got your permission? What does she need Alex's permission for? It was not Alex's clip to start off with, and it fucking wasn't Alex's child. So how can she ask somebody who Steph's put it out that, well, obviously, because there's police, there's moles, non-molestation, whatever you call it, all of them's in place. So how can the vomit one come out and say this isn't DV or this isn't abuse, mental abuse, whichever way you want to put it? I don't know what they've been saying. That's not coming out of my mouth. But, so, and her as well, when she had the whole of a mod group paying for whatever to get it moved to somewhere else, and then it come out of a mod's mouth that it was her partner who she was fleeing from this DV from to move her into the new home. Did CA play false notes as well? I don't know, but whatever CA is playing, she has the full permission from Steph. So she hasn't befriended her to get things. Like, what you can say about, say, yeah, she's still in contact with Steph. She's still doing everything for Steph. So there's a total difference in all of this, where she has befriended a man. She's befriended a man. She's befriended a woman and then went back to the man who's supposed to be doing all of this. Do you know what I'm saying? So, no. Listen, I was keeping out of it, but this morning I am so mad and I don't fucking like it. But I will play you these. She's went on about me and... wait there. Me and something. That was because we spoke out about it. Profile. Where is it at? So the first one... I'll let you just listen to these two clips first, so... Dirty troglodyte.
You dumbasses out there who have got 2 brain cells and a big platform. When you're all going around saying I befriended Steph to get information from her, you've all befriended Steph to get information off her to bring her...
I've never once befriended Steph, never once. Steph contacted me and I never contacted Steph back, and which I've proved that. Alex has even come out and said, yes, that was right. I have been the one that turned Steph away. And I said, I'm not shutting Steph down. I just didn't want involved because I got burnt before with the Tony situation. That's the only reason. And I thought, no, because listen, this app, you don't know if things are real, if they're fake, if they what. But I said, when it all comes out, she can then, like when it's all sorted, she can then come and give her side of the story. But for me, I'll hold my hands up. I haven't befriended anybody. So again, she's talking pure diarrhea out of that swinging mouth.
Against Alex, haven't you? Not one of you fuckwits give a fuck about this woman, let's be honest. Pearl, Top Girl, Canadian Angie, MT, you don't give a fuck about what this woman and her daughter have been through. I actually reached out to her and said, if you've really been through what you say in those voice notes, I'm really sorry for platforming Alex Brigham. And if you can show me something where this man has been horrifically abusive, I will use my whole entire platform to bring his world apart. But what you didn't show me was anything like that. And at that point, at the same point when that happened, I was handed several screenshots from inside of a Discord from a woman I know on TikTok, where this same woman, the same woman I was trying to help, had been calling me a baghead, this, and this, and talking shit on my children, which maybe was like, hang on a minute, do I really need to put myself at risk for somebody who actually can't even show me shit? And at the same time I said, what I see in that clip isn't what you're seeing in that clip, by the way. Then she literally got funny with me and then said, I'm taking that clip back. And I was like, you ain't manipulating me, I'm leaving this conversation. I blocked her and then moved on. But at that point, I can't then stand by somebody. At that point, I'm seeing things that I...
So... poor Steph clicked on to what she was doing straight away and said, I'm taking that clip back. She blocked her so Steph couldn't do anything. And this is when... oh, no. I'll ring you in a bit, Babs. So what she done then was she had this clip, which she blocked her straight away, then felt the need to forward it. She'll have forwarded it while she was on the phone anyways. She'll have done it straight away the minute she got it and put in the WhatsApp group, get this and save it. So that's what she done, one sly fuck.
I shared her story in that where she's saying, look, I've dropped the order, come round. Right, knowing he was going to get arrested when he got there. So to me, that's manipulation. And to me, you're wasting police resources. So you're taking the piss out of the system that was put in place to protect us women.
Can everybody get your heart maze in,
every single day. So no, I'm not going to stop.
Come on, get your heart maze in. Tap that screen out, because sometimes when I go too quick into it, we don't get anywhere. So come along, Babs. Let's have a little... thank you. Let's have a little push at the popular and a little heart me in, me babby, if you do. Yes, get rinsed. So let's carry on listening. But please keep tapping and please get your little heart me's in. Thank you.
By that. No, absolutely not going to stand by that. I'm not going to stand by any woman who tells a man, I've dropped an order against you, come round, right? Also, the clip that everyone said
How many times has women... been in a relationship where it's going to be toxic and you call it, what is it, what you call it when the keep going back? What the fuck is the word that you call that? You know, like when they promise them that trauma bond, thank you, where they promise them the world and then they think, oh, I'll give them another chance. They might change. They might do this. This is what's happened. Who the fuck is this little scab to turn around and say she doesn't believe her?
Brought to the app. I did not bring it to the app. Canadian Angie brought it to the app and was telling people it was something it wasn't.
Whoa. This all started with Alex. Alex fetched this to the app. Alex, nobody else. Whatever's went on after that, whoever's mentioned whatever, Alex fetches to the app.
Right? She is very dangerous in a situation where tonight she shared a message where Alex has said, is there any way you can keep me unblocked so I can keep up with updates on your little one, yeah, who I've spent 14 months around every day pretty much, and then trying to make him out now to be a nonce. That's how fucking dangerous it is. I would be more concerned if someone spent over a year around one of my children or my daughters and then didn't give a fuck about them, right? So let's not...
We're forgetting what Hayley told the app, that she had to flee because nobody gave a fuck and all they were bothered about was like the DV in the relationship. Pot kettle black.
Twist this, right? Because you hate him, you want to make him out to be a dangerous motherfucker, right? And I actually called him to account several times. I used my platform several times to get him in the box and say, hang on a minute, right? Thank you guys for this. And even when things he said didn't sit right, I said, look, you're taking no fucking accountability, Alex. You're minimising stuff. And I've said to him, even today, the reason you have a non-molestation order is because you didn't understand not to go to that house. And even if she was still...
The reason you have a non-molestation order is because you didn't understand not to go to the house.
Telling you not to, you had orders in place to stop you going, right? That's what I've said. I've said it 100 times over. I saw a clip of Top Girl saying that I said her daughter goaded him in the message. Fuck off, will I ever say a child did that? I've got a big platform on here, bigger platform on here, right? Because I've worked very, very, very hard to see both sides of every story.
No, you're basically a Kent. You don't stand on jack shit. You don't care about anything. Your crime page hasn't paid off you, so you thought, wait a bit, I know what'll pay. I'll get back into drama talk. I'll befriend the man that's openly made an absolute Kent out of us on the app, telling people he doesn't want you. He doesn't want whatever you're pushing forward to him or anything. So this shows you what type of person it is. She still went back to him, in my opinion, trapped Steph into giving her information and then was on a phone call, out of her own words, most of the day yesterday with Alex. So what's going on here?
To work with victims, and if she had shown me stuff, I absolutely would have rode hard for any victim in the situation. But when I saw that I was even being manipulated, I could see exactly kind of who the people were involved, and that's when I had to protect myself and block. It wasn't I didn't befriend anyone for anything. Didn't befriend it.
You befriended somebody in the hopes of getting this information away from them so you can go back and you've maybe got a chance to get the box knocked off you.
Anyone for anything. I offered to help if there was something there I could help with, which there wasn't, right? Because I can't help push that narrative. Do the people that have a problem with me over what I've done today have a problem because I won't turn a blind eye to the truth in order to weaponise what they perceive to be somebody's trauma just to destroy Alex Brigham, right?
So what she's not going to do is trap somebody into giving them information to make the other party look good. But she did.
I won't do that to anyone, right?
But you did.
You expect me to ignore new evidence that's come up.
New evidence?
I don't care if they drag me, to be fair. I'll be really, really honest. I sat there today chilling, drinking coffee and smoking my vape thinking, oh, a bunch of cunts are talking about you. Oh, well.
Was that why it was snowing or not snowing?
You know what I mean? If it was someone I respected, if it was someone I think that was a heroic person, somebody who showed love and respect to all victims and didn't just pick and choose ones that they can use to make a topic of that day, or somebody who had actually reached out to MT several times, or she reached out to you and you were just feeding away at like a little fucking squirrel that you are in order.
Again, nobody reached out to Steph barring from this fucker. Nobody. Right? Steph's reached out to anybody. This is the one that befriended her to get what you got, to basically fuck her over and to go back the man that doesn't want her.
to get more information to try to bring to the app about Alex to try and make him look like a bad person. That's the difference. If I genuinely felt today that there was things I needed to do to safeguard her, I absolutely would have, like a safeguarded little girl all last night. I absolutely...
Isn't there a child involved in this? But you felt the needs to put that child, what was in the video, and hand it around to 20 people. Sorry, that doesn't sound like safeguarding to me. Does it you?
I would have done whatever I could to put in place to keep Steph safe if I felt there was a real danger there. I'd love to know what you guys are doing apart from getting information off her to make her life better or things easier.
Again, what are you guys doing bound from getting information? Not one of us has got information off Steph. Not one of us. That came out on the app, that came from Alex's mouth. Not one of us. He tried to say there was 2 creators, was going to absolutely be cancelled on this app and have to leave the app when all of this come out. But again, he's seen the evidence and now he knows that not to be true. He was on the other day and I said, can you confirm now, has one of the click, we'll call them, because everybody tars me, Donna, Luke, MT, Cockapoo as the click, right? That's who they tar. So she's still trying to put it out that we fish for information. When it came out of AB's mouth, we had no involvement whatsoever. Only this troglodyte here.
Apart from dragging her trauma around the app for 10 hours at a time in lives, just so you can weaponise it against me and Alex Brigham.
Her and Alex Brigham.
You know, the same people who a couple of weeks ago said it's absolutely awful, I've had a tragic loss because of what this internet can do and how it can hurt people and take people's lives, but you don't give a fuck about anyone else's lives, do you? So keep coming. So
again, what she's doing now is what I said to Alex not to do in the first beginnings, chuck a load of hate towards Steph. Where is the I don't know the big words I'm looking for, you know, like for the where's the feeling sorry for Steph? Where's putting Steph's, like, her interests at the top of this? Let's not forget, it's Steph who has got the non-mol on Alex, but yet these troglodytes here is trying to turn it around, compassion and empathy, that's it. Where's that towards Steph? How do we know what her mental health is? How do we know what she's going on? And I did hear Alex on a clip saying, she can't be that bad, she's going out. Your life doesn't end because you're going through trauma, your trauma's up here. It's up here, right? So of course you're going to go on as normal. Your life's not going to end just because yours two's ended. So get a fucking grip.
Me. Keep doing your nasty little lies, keep spinning your narratives and telling your lies, but anyone else who can see the truth can see, actually I gave my whole heart to this case like any other. When the truth came to light, I have an absolute responsibility to share that.
What truths come to light? She's seen one fucking clip, so she's making herself above the fucking law. Like Hayley with all of these fucking certificates, what she reads off Google, like who's give her the authority to be above the law and her to say that definitely didn't happen? This has not happened and I've seen this clip and that did not happen. Fuck off.
People also, I've not played no voice note. I've not played anything.
No, you just put the information of a child that needed safeguarding and a woman that's going through the worst time in her life. She put that out.
Literally said that I have seen it and how I feel about that. And on that voice note, I can categorically tell you there is nothing in there that a judge or police officer, anyone else in this land would have gone, oh my God, look what he's just done in front of a child. And actually, the mother who was recording the call, by the way, who was the one consistently asking Alex over and over again to push him, knew her child was in the room with her, right? So don't fucking come for me like that. Because I would not make ever make a choice to try and record any kind of abuse in front of a child.
But you felt the need to share the video where the child's saying, please don't be whatever in front to me mummy. She felt the needs to share that out with lots of people and block Steph in the bargain because it's a rat.
Right? That I wouldn't. So at that point, keep coming for me, pointing out, but I'm going to say that in case any other woman in my room thinks I'm going to record evidence, even if it means putting myself and my daughter at risk.
Please be careful what you say to this woman. She ain't putting nobody at risk. Like I say, the person she told everybody she fled from DV from and had to go wherever in hibernation, got that same person to move her in. She talks full of fucking shit.
That's the truth. So keep going with me. He has a non-molestation order. It's me, like I answered to you earlier as well. He's got a non-molestation order because he was reported to have gone to a property where he wasn't welcome more than once. So he had a non-molestation order. So that is every right that he has one. Because like I said, he has still shown harassment qualities and he has still shown that he shouldn't have gone there. And I even spoke to Alex today again saying you wouldn't have a non-molestation order if you hadn't kept going there, whether she asked you to or not. And that he understands that's on him.
So now she's a psychologist. Oh, thank you, me babby. Sorry, I didn't see it. Sorry, Mona, my million. I love you too. Thank you, me babs.
But when he violated the non-molestation order, he has got evidence today, by the way, that she was saying to him, I've already dropped it, you can come over to sleep over, I've dropped the non-molestation order. The non-molestation...
I'm sorry, is anybody believing her shit? Thank you, me babby, thank you, I love you. Is anybody believing this shit that's coming out of her mouth? As a woman, can you tell me where this woman, where this individual stands for women? Would any of you in this chat go and give her your information or ask her for help? Not me.
Does say. So the non-molestation order, on the non-molestation order it says, and 3 people have shared it with me so far, so it's all over the internet, and 3 people have shared it, and none of those people, by the way, have been Alex.
Let's not take it away. She got the information, she shared it around to 20 people, by the way, 20 of the mods, and the mods that's been on here several times and saying how she incited everything you can mention towards her mods. Do you know what I'm saying? So, no. If you get something giving confidence, you certainly fucking don't spread it around. And this is to score points with Alex, and I'm sorry. That's exactly the way I see it.
From a male and 2 females, and none of those have been Alex, by the way, and I take that to the death. And on it says it was an emergency order put in place, but the judge has found no findings of fact in the case at this point. If there is facts found that mean he deserves a non-molestation order, it will be made from a temporary into a permanent one, which it hasn't at this stage.
So, of course, they found factual evidence that he's been going there, he's been arrested. What part of going somewhere when you're told no, or being arrested because you keep doing the same thing that you're told no to do, is not factual evidence? Is she right in the head? I'm sure it's been snowing where she lives.
Didn't realise yesterday that it was just a temporary one. I thought it was an emergency one. So, like I said, as things change, things will change. And I have... Today, in front of Alex on here and on the phone to Alex, I've said to him...
She's blocked and... She's in the comments saying I've blocked her. You are an absolute living disgrace, and if you're blocked on your main account, you're staying blocked. You stand for jack shit. That's what you stand for. You're a fucking embarrassment and not to be trusted. And nobody put her in the box. You absolute... I've got no words for you. Got no words for you. You're in a fucking embarrassment.
Further, keep communicating with this woman. If you ever go to her house again, if anything comes into play again, it will be on you because you already know now what's going to happen, right? And if he has...
Sniffany, didn't he know what was going to happen after the first time, after the second time, after the third time, after however many fucking times that he went, and this is why this non-mol was put on. So what part of don't do something when somebody says no, they don't want you to do it? What part of it is that? Get a fucking grip. Desperate for Alex.
A non-molestation order out, whether it's a valid one or not, he knows that those rules apply to him, and if he still goes there, whether he asks him to or not, then he will be arrested and he will go to jail eventually, and that will be on him.
Correct.
He now knows that even when she says that the order had been dropped, it was a lie, so he knows now not to do that again, and if he does, that's on him, right? I've never in one thing said like, oh, I'm completely spent out to Brigham here, like he's not this, he's not that. I'm saying from what I was shown,
one video.
That's not what I saw. And the reason I felt like I had to say that is because I saw a clip of Canadian Angie saying how terrible this clip was. It's not. It's not. I would absolutely tell you the truth if it was. if I thought there was in any point in that clip there was a woman or child that was scared or in danger or had a need to be, I would say so. There wasn't. It literally, the most he raised his voice, just look how aggressive he is to women on here. I think you could say that about a lot of the creators. A lot of creators on here. Look at Scram with Dan, right? All of a sudden, now they're all together, their personalities have disappeared. Tali is like fucking Mother Teresa. You've got Zach and Luke, who are bum chums, not in that way. It's in the friend way.
That's TikTok, right? Everybody plays up for the camera. What we're speaking about here is fucking real life with a child involved. So how can she see that video of where a child is obviously, in my opinion, if the child's saying, please don't be whatever it was to her mummy, that child, no matter what, is distressed. Honest.
And everyone's different. Luke's not screaming anymore. So yes, on here, there's a lot of people who are gobby shit, right?
TikTok.
So yeah, I'm not even sticking up for that. Like, a lot of men on this app talk to women like shit. Are you allowed to set bum chums? Yeah, you say it all the time. I say to my daughters and stuff, like, it's not a thing, is it? It's not a GAY thing. A lot of people pretend to be a certain way on here. There's a lot of people creators on this app have allowed this app to make them into proper narcissists. They literally think the world revolves around them. You got people like Pearl and people like that go live every single day and think their word is the only word that matters, and they go in and people.
Well, come on, I even said that my word only matters when. When have I done that? She thinks she's above the law. She thinks she's above the law and can tell somebody this isn't abuse, in her opinion, from the one clip that she's seen. This woman who got from her mouth, her abuser, to move her into the new home where her children is. Yes, my MT. Can everybody go on to my... I'll find it and I'll play it now.
All day long. And actually, when you're doing awareness like that, but actually what you're doing is just bullying and being fucking horrific every day, you lose your message. Right message, wrong fucking person.
Bullying is befriending somebody under false circumstances to get what information you want out of them, and then to share it with 20 fucking mods, which was not yours to share, and put this woman in a serious position. That's bullying.
How you can ever think you'll hold me to account for anything when you've got people fucking suicidal on the internet every day by the way you fucking act as a
And a grandma, she was just going to say, and again, I come to this, I've asked him, does he feel that way? He said, definitely not, right? That was the way it was coming across to everybody, even to myself, right? So, and now from that day, that's what I said. I'm pleased to see, though, that his mental health is back to normal quicker than she's turned to 360 on a penny to go back to Alex now. I'm pleased to see that he is doing well, because what I seen on bits of clips yesterday when he wasn't going to talk about, he wasn't going to jump in the box, now he's back to this confident fucking person, like with a spring in his step. I'm sorry, I know I said I wasn't going to talk about, but all of this is fucking me off.
Mother, by the way, on the fucking internet, dragging people. Like, I've never ever seen such a scumbag at that age. I'm sorry, but no one in my family above my age would be running around this internet risking.
What I'd call a scumbag is if I was looking at one of mine at this young ripe age with little children around and my jaws swinging from side to fucking side. That's a scumbag in my opinion.
People killing themselves every day because they're such a cunt, right? So go live, do whatever you want. Don't think people don't see through you, Polo. If you think for 1 second I give a fuck about anything you could say about me, you couldn't even for a second be even 2% of the woman I am. And you'll sit there and go, oh, she does it because she fancies Alec Brigham. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, Pearl.
No, in my opinion, you do it because when it snows a lot around you, your brain goes to more mush the more it is. Fucking crime investigation, my fucking ass. Honestly, absolute embarrassment. Shame on you. You stand for jack shit and you certainly don't stand for fucking women.
Life, women can be...
Nothing. Nothing. Wait a minute, everybody. Sorry, what was I doing there? Fuck's sake.
You dumbasses out there
Right,
who've
where
got
are
two
the
brain cells and a
cars?
big platform. Because he's got no fucking confidence and he's literally not feeling himself.
Right.
This is my moment, but I can't do it. And I said to my mods earlier, I knew when I went live earlier and I said what I said, I knew there was going to be some after effect to that, and it was going to give you all you little motherfuckers something to go live about for fucking days because you've got nothing else, no personality, no brains. I knew that was going to be something that was going to happen, but I can't do that. I've got too much.
We mightn't have a personality, we mightn't have a brain, but what we have got is decorum. We don't put ourselves about clearly to a man that doesn't want you to took the absolute cunt out of you, telling his friends he'll never go there, so get a grip, really little wanny in, he doesn't want it.
Much about me. I've got too many morals. I was raised too correctly. It must be on this app that I just couldn't have sat on new information.
Morning, Babby.
A savage and terrifying smile of victory
Hey,
stopped me.
see one of those mods that Healy shared that
You've
with?
got a video going on in the background, Babby.
Shoulder. A thick bandage was apparent beneath his jacket.
So you have to swipe off.
Can you? Sorry about that. I was listening to an audiobook. One of those mods that Healy shared that with is a girl who has smuggled drugs into her her boyfriend.
No.
The rest of the mods, I have loads of screenshots, and I'm sure plenty of my community does, of them threatening violence against them and basically heavily trolling them all.
Wow.
So I don't believe for one second that those mods kept that quiet. And this all started, she started going against Alex because Frankie outed the rejection on live. And then obviously she's gone against Alex and she's gone right back to being obsessed with him again. So
yeah, she's broke ever so many laws. That's what somebody's telling us, because sharing a video where a child is like where it should have been safeguarded and sharing that round, she has broke ever so many laws. So, like I say, I could never do that because I'm a gypsy and we don't believe in the police. But and I wouldn't understand anything that goes on. But listen. It's here for you to see. And the message that I've got, I'll clip it down just so nobody knows where it's from, and it'll tell you all of these legislations and whatever it is, what she has broke. Do you know what I'm saying? And this here, this absolute clown here, does not realise now she could have put people in danger by swinging around and going back on the person who's got the non-moll on them. This is what's got me so mad this morning.
she's doxed so many TV victims, so she's bullied them and harassed them, so she has online. She doxed me not that long ago. But see, last week, whenever, like, she wasn't on the FYP for a while, so she started...
I know what this is for, because crime is in pain, so she stepped back into drama talk, but she's definitely gone the wrong way about it, because does she realise what she has done?
Oh, she
Firstly, shared a child around who's obviously distressed, right? And then this woman who was confided in her, who she befriended under false... whatever the fuck the word is, right? You know I'm not good with me words. But she befriended somebody under a false thing, whatever it was, to get information, then to, like, post it out to her mods to make sure it got so everybody seen it. Dirty troglodyte.
Yeah, she was name dropping heavily at the weekend, so she was, and then finally she got a bite. But she does it. This is the thing. She hurts so many people in the process, and it needs to stop. So it does stop putting kids in danger and stop putting these vulnerable people in danger.
Well, but what she's done here, straight out, it's against the law. She's fucked so many safeguarding things in and confidentiality and whatever. She's fucked it all in for her own little, to get a few more followers again. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
Can I just Can I just say, by her logic, she's seen one video, so she can say that girl hasn't gone through TV. We've seen the article about her, and the article said that the worst crime that happened was that a biscuit tin was punched. So by her logic, we could say she hasn't gone through TV. Do you know what I mean? She needs to stop doing this and stop minimising people's abuse.
Yeah. Gemini, thank you for that, my baby. And because I'm going to finish this, because there's this in, and then another clip that I want to play, and then you can come in and have your opinion on this situation. I know I said I wasn't saying on it, but now I'm fucked off, really fucked off at what this fucking absolute a poor excuse for a woman is.
Yeah. Well, thank you for having me up, Pearl. I'll listen in.
Okie doke, Babs. Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Right.
Just allowed people to keep acting like he was Anthony Q lying when there was no information that I now had that alluded to the fact that actually it was a toxic relationship to fuck. And yes, he shouldn't be going to the house. And yes, he shouldn't have been doing that. But if you look behind the situation, you can't say to somebody one day, I want nothing to do with you. By the way, can you send me some vouchers to go shopping? I don't want to ever speak to you again, but I'd quite like for you to pay for me to have my nails done. Please.
Again, how many times has either the man or the woman thought, go on, let's just try. Let's try and make this work. So these things genuinely happen, right? So that doesn't prove jack fucking shit. It just proves that you either want what's going on to stop, or you want to try and make right out of something that's turned bad. Listen, did you hear what was in my head there? Bat.
He's come to the house, I've dropped the order. Then when he comes to the order, be like, he's at my house, I'm scared. You can't fuck with someone like that. Because at the end of the day, if you think he was that mental and that worrying, then he's not the one to fuck with, right? And in my opinion, if I look at everything now, I've seen everything from his side, from her side, you got this man who doesn't even come on screen on TikTok because he's got no fucking confidence, and he's...
Is that the reason? Is that the reason? Because he has been on screen and he had loads of confidence yesterday. That's what fucked me off. He went from this man that's mental health is to the edge of whatever, but then yesterday was this like cocksure fella that was, in my opinion, very Larry in the boxers, like that much, like big fuck you again. That's what I seen yesterday.
Literally not feeling himself very much right at this point in his life, and you've got a beautiful blonde woman who's all of a sudden showing him all this attention.
Oh, that sounds a bit of jealousy to me there. This beautiful blonde woman. I see where you're coming from, Babs.
And then she's pulling it back, so he's turned up at the house because he don't know what the fuck to do. And was that right? No. Still fucking harassment. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you, Messi, because if she told him no, it should have meant no. Right? And he acknowledges that, and I've said to him, next time you need to do this differently again than prison.
Next time.
Hello.
Jimmy,
You okay?
look at it.
Hey, my CG.
Someone's just thrown me in. I know you don't like people coming up and getting up your hoop, as you say. But I don't want you to feel like... I didn't like the fact that you felt bad that you were affecting his MH, and then when I was watching that, I could feel that you were feeling sorry for him, or feeling for his health, not for him in the situation. And I feel at one point he disappeared, and he obviously got a message from somebody, and he came back and he closed down, and he was really cocksure again. And then he went off, the crying voice evaporated, he got more and more confident. The lives he did from that there was no more baby voice, and yesterday he was full of himself again, and it really infuriated me. And a lot of us have seen it, and I just don't want you feeling bad about it. That was all. And I can see how mad you are, and I get it.
Listen, I wasn't having anything to do with it, and I said I will step away from it and we'll wait, because it's just going to be hearsay, this, that and the other. But what I seen yesterday made me so fucking mad at how that's how easy it's been dropped. That's how easy the app's turned back to being the best. Oh my God, he's innocent, this, that and the other. We don't know. We do not know what's gone in there. So why now, like I said, and I'm over the moon, his mental health's back up there, back on top, and it's that good, and he got it back that quick as she, befriended Steph and turned on her to put their information out there. So I'm over the moon for them all that
And
way.
it was the cryptic posts coming back and the music he's playing in the background of his live when he comes on, all being manipulative again, cryptic, back to square one, and just... I just hope everybody sees through it.
And I've just come on, somebody's just sent me Jilly, suck your mum. Someone just sent me a screenshot when he was in Hayley's box yesterday.
I've got it. Oh, what is I've got the video of it where he's in the box.
Right. Well, they've sent me a screenshot that he's added a woman and wrote knock knock on it.
No.
I've got it. In Levi's. So he's writing knock knock to a woman at her when they're talking about DV. I've got the screenshot.
Wow.
That's what I came up for, Jilly.
Can I give you my honest opinion on something? Right. How you've just said, in Levi's, knock knock, right? Levi's come into the situation. The whole time, if you remember, when Steph reached out to me asking about Tony and the message I gave back to her, and I will put it up. I've got nothing to hide. I'll put it up and say, I can't remember, was I your baby, whatever. And she just said, can I ask you about Tony, the situation? I can't remember what it was properly, but anyways, I'll put it up and show you. My advice to her then was, she sounded, this is only me, she's very jealous, right? Morning, my no face, she's very jealous.
Apparently he just gave you a warning, Pearl.
What?
He's live and apparently he just gave you a warning.
He's given us a warning, nobody cares about his warning. I'm reacting on Ailey Vomit, I'm reacting on that he's gone around cocksure on the app and the tea is soon dried up, so nobody has to give me what warning to give us.
Don't know, I'm just reading the comments now.
Oh, don't think the comments about your dad or WhatsApp or something.
No.
Anyways, so the whole Sophie Bailey thing was going on at the time, and I wonder, is this why when she said come back, it could be a woman scorned, jealous, I want you back, when somebody doesn't want them but wants them, and it could be the whole jealousy thing going on why these messages has come out, like come back over, get me nails done, get me hair done, making herself look nice for him, because come on, you can't take it away. Steph's a beautiful woman, but Sophie is a beautiful woman too, and that could have been jealousy. I've been thinking about this. Like, why at that time was she wanting to know, like, what went on with the Tony thing when he was clearly online flirting with Sophie? And this is nothing. Listen, the adults, they can do what they want. But my mind works overtime, and I think, is this why these messages come around? Do you know what I'm saying?
Not just Sophie, Conversation Courtney, Chelsea, and apparently he loved this woman, but he fucking couldn't keep his, little pickle in his pants and having actual phone calls whilst playing fucking Fortnite. Let's not forget all of these, but apparently he loved this woman.
And this is what I'm saying. So my mind, it does, honestly, I know I'm not a fool shilling, but I think about things and I suffer from afterthought, right? So was this... Because in my opinion, it's only my opinion, Alex was definitely punching with both Steph and with Sophie, right? He was definitely punching. But I think, in my opinion, this is, nobody spoke to us, nobody said anything. I haven't been in contact with Steph, but for what I'm looking from the outside in, it's like he was playing them games. He was making her jealous. So, of course, she's going to send these messages and think, well, you were my man, fuck that. Have they really waited? Have they really waited for me to, like, not me and him not to be a couple and then to jump in? Because come on, think about it. If somebody was trying to take my man, you fall out, you do this, that and the other, but you think, fuck off, I want him back. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I think about things.
100%.
So that's where these messages could have come from.
Pearl, that doesn't even matter though. The messages don't matter. It's whatever he's done, like to say somebody...
No, I'm trying to see where Steph come from by how she's making a point of why do this and why do that. The last could have been jealous. And listen,
Pearl, the
It
lass
happens
was
to us.
trauma bonded. She just lost a child with this said man. It was a trauma bond as well. You might be fucking hurt and scared one day, but you still love the person. You've just lost a child with him.
Exactly. Do
It's
you know
a
what I'm
fucking
saying?
bond that you're going to have for the rest of your life.
Listen, and just because you've said that's it, we over, it doesn't turn your feelings off.
Facts.
Yeah, it's not like a tap. Do you know what I'm saying? So, of course, there's still going to be something there. I mean, I think it's got to be 2 years they were together. You can't just turn them feelings off like that. And they've obviously, before it's come to the app, they've been in thing with each other. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you've grown.
Haley, why don't you go to Alex's? Because every comment that you've made today is just mixy. And we know the comments are being mixy, but you every single
Somebody,
comment...
wait a minute, I've just said, I'm getting blamed for saying the child's name. I don't know the child's name.
He fucking said the child's name yesterday.
Oh, I
Shut
don't.
up, you fat bastard.
I still don't know the child's name.
He said it yesterday himself. He said it
I
yesterday.
don't know. And that's on my kids' lives. I still don't know. I haven't seen that clip if he's out at them. I still don't know this child's name, which I'm not no interest to know this child's name. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, honestly.
Sorry, Zoe.
She's an absolute embarrassment for what
Sorry,
she's
Jane.
done. And I can't believe she is saying she stands for this, that and the other. She stands for jack shit. It's not no point scoring against our vomit because I couldn't basically give a fuck. That's how she got numbers in her room last time going at me.
Yep.
No, thank you. That's how she got numbers in last time. And I'm not even going to go. And the thing, what I'm calling out here is what's wrong, where she has put this personal information out, where she's done a fake friendship to get this information and then felt the needs to block this person. Not, oh my God, she's crying out for help. I'm going to help her. No. Not that. She got what she
befriended her
wanted
for
and
gossip.
fucked her off.
Pearl,
That's what
she
done.
befriended her for some sort of gossip for her to run back to her leader, Alex, and say, Alex, I've got it. It's not as bad as whatever you think. I'm going to stand there with you. I've got my placard ready for you, Alex Brigham. Please give me your dick, Alex. Oh, I'm going to
And anyway, while we're on, of my live, whatever screen recorders, if that clip's there, which I know it's not because I don't even know, and I've sweared on my kids' lives, I don't know this child's name, but please put it up and make sure everybody reposts it because that's what she's trying to shove, that I've mentioned this child's name when I genuinely don't know this child's name. It's not my child.
Listen
or
to
anything.
this, Pearl.
What?
Apparently, so I've heard this myself, so it's not comments being mixy. Apparently now, that troll page has contacted Alex and put the video out, but it's got nothing to do with Haley, but Steph only sent it to Haley and 20 other mods, so it's obviously got something to do with
And
Haley.
this is what Ginger Gemini used to say before, troll pages that get sent up with information that only Haley knew, and then it was all over the app, it was pages. This is what this fucking woman does.
This is what he said. We don't know. I've not seen it myself, but that's just come out of Blobby's mouth. Anyway, I'm going to drop down. Love you. Bye.
Love you, bye. Right, let us finish this clip, fuck's sake. Understand now why I've just got so mad, and I said I was not saying anything, but you can't not say something on this because you'd be a bigger Kent than her who's put this information out trying to cover up.
She's told you no, and regardless of all that's come in between, you're the one with the anonymous station order. So I've addressed all that. I can't do more than that. I'm also not going to sit on here and lie just to please the people, unfortunately. I don't have it in me, but when you're all going around...
Sorry.
You dumbasses out there who have got...
Listen, I've had enough. We're going to this
briefly
clip.
so that I could see if what they viewed off the clip. What I promised was it would never go online.
This is where
It would
Alex
never go
comes
online,
on.
and now I don't have the clip. So it is one of those things where, regardless... Because I wanted to see if it was because it's not.
Why
it's a clip of
share it
nothing.
for?
It's a clip of nothing. It's a clip of a man and woman. You can't see anyone in the clip, right? You can't see anyone in the clip, right? That's absolutely fine if that's what you believe is. You can think of it what you want. I wanted to make sure that everybody was on the same page with this, right? Everybody was on the same.
How was it her business for everybody to be on the same page? It was not her information to share about 20 people who could have shared that on wherever. They've obviously kept it and made these troll pages to make sure it's out there, and that's what this woman does.
thing. So Alex is in the clip, right? Alex's voice is in the clip, right? So Alex, are you in here? Do I have your permission to share that clip then? Because Alex is one of the people.
It's not Alex's clip to share.
Permission, which is a crime. So in that, right, I had Alex's permission to share it, and Alex is one of the voice on the clip. So yes, I had Alex's permission to share it.
As much as I'd love you to play just to prove a point, right? Just to save yourself, I'm going to be honest with you, and here we go now. I don't want to do this back and forward stuff. I can't be arsed. It's too ready now. All this shit. What is the difference between what Canadian and what Hayley's done, Canadian Angie, to what you did with Chippy's son? Chippy's son's a minor. You were sharing and playing clips of him and having an opinion on that. What's the difference? What is?
So there you go. So he's backing Hayley all the way and saying, what's the difference what Canadian Angie's done? Canadian Angie had Steph's permission. Sorry. There's the difference. So why has he fetched another something in to deflect from the situation, what's going on? Whatever he give permission to share is not his child, not his clip, not his fuck all. So how can she ask Alex, the one who's got the non-moll on him, can she share this? Fuck off.
Tell me the difference, Canadian Angie.
Canadian Angie hasn't done anything wrong.
But I literally played to my mods very briefly. It had no one on it. It had a small voice on it, right? It literally was people I share the most, and maybe I was wrong. But as a woman who's also been through domestic abuse, I can't always trust that I'm not seeing something when it is there. So I went to the people that I trust the most to say, am I correct on this? And I don't regret doing that, because I don't want to come live and make a statement if it's only my beliefs.
Why did she feel the need to bring this to the internet? Why? And it is her who's done it, because it was only her. Now, come on, Canadian Angie is there. She's dug her heels in. It's all for Steph, so she ain't going to put that out. And it came out of Canadian Angie's mouth that was a child on there or something to do with whatever. And Canadian Angie said, I will never bring it to the app. But this here, this poor excuse from a human being, but Chippy's son's face was covered. Exactly. But listen, we're not getting into that. Canadian Angie has done nothing wrong, but this here troglodyte has. She's broke lots of laws here, what she's done.
And I have had personal kind of friendship with Alex before. There's lots of different reasons. I've had bad history with Steph, so there was a different way what I wanted to see of the thing. And Alex was recorded against his belief. He didn't even know he'd been recorded. And he is one of the people in the clip, right? So
you've got nobody's permission.
You know, people are always going to think, the people coming to be malicious, people who truly want to believe that the clip is of Alex doing horrific stuff in front of a child. And I'm not going to tell you it is, because it isn't. It isn't.
Will you just clarify this before anyone just goes around? Yeah. Have you heard men speak way worse to women on this app than you heard in that clip?
Oh, daily.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I'm going to jump down. Thank you.
Oh my days.
I literally would say to people myself, I speak to people on this app worse daily. Oh, fuck off, I'll fart on your tits, get out of my room, get out of my life. They'll make this big thing into it today now that I share the clip. You're never ever going to get to me. I did everything I did with my best belief because I thought I was trying to protect someone.
Sorry. And again, this is TikTok, right? What she is distributed, if that's the right word, is real life with a child involved. Question is, they're in the same room and it not applies. Exactly.
She shared it with me. She didn't ask me not to share it. She didn't ask me any of those things. I actually shared it with the people I absolutely trust the most on this app, to see if they heard something I didn't hear before I came live, because I wanted to make sure we're protecting people. Now that clip is no longer with anyone, it's gone. This is a very serious issue, right? Where this could actually ruin somebody's life, right? Somebody could, thank you, Julie, someone could kill themselves over this kind of shit, right? So...
And that could be Steph, because her underage, her little tiny child was doxed in all of this, put the information put out there that Steph never gave consent to, and neither did the child. The child can't give consent, obviously, but where was the morals for that?
At this point, who's worse? Me for sharing it to the people I trust the most in the world?
You.
Or Canadian Angie for going live every single day and lying about what's in that clip?
Canadian Angie's got factual evidence. That's the only thing Canadian Angie's speaking on. Canadian Angie hasn't put this child with a video with the child on, whether it be with the child on, be with the voice on, that Steph's give no permission for. Steph's give Canadian Angie the permission of what she wants out there. That's the fucking difference. That's the difference. She's doing what she's doing because,
acting like that Alex is doing something so horrific in front of a child that he...
How does she know? Is she there? Is she in that house when there's nobody there? Is she there? The same as with her relationship. She's telling us all this and the other. The man could be heaven sent. We only going off her say fucking so. But he can't be that bad, let me tell you this, because then she had him to move her into the new home where supposedly she had to flee from fucking DV. Make it make sense, come on.
Could fucking go top himself, or his daughter could get hold of that information. I think my dad's a monster. So don't come for me, Canada.
And what about Steph's daughter? Wow, this is on another fucking level.
When you stand for absolutely fucking nothing, right?
Same as yourself.
When you're literally there and he's there crying his eyes out, and you're literally saying on that, when people say that clip, it's going to destroy him. Like
Wasn't Steph crying on a video? So now she's worried about Alex crying his eyes out that come on and said that none of the shit that he was putting out, and again, what I seen all day yesterday, was him being so cocksure of himself, and even that Larry little fucking tone come back where it was a big fuck yous, I've done it again, I've got the app back on my side. No, that's not how it works on here.
So bad what he said, it's so fucking horrific what he said. You're lying, because if it was horrific what he'd done on that clip, I would be live right now saying absolutely he's a bastard. We stand with victims. When there is a victim, it's me. We stand with victims. She's a victim of harassment, which I stand by. I've said to Alex, even say, stop fucking lurking outside my home. Don't do that.
So that's how you stand by somebody when she can clearly see she's a victim of harassment. Alex, don't do that again. Okay, Alia won't. Done. Job sorted.
Yes, Amy. And I asked, I'm not even getting into it, literally, this is what it is. We can only deal with the information we have. We now have new information. How is Rico saying you showed it to him? Showed it to who? Rickster. I definitely don't show anything for Rickster. Rickster.
And I wonder what her opinion's going to be when all these other clips come out. Do you know what I'm saying? You stink. Oh, sorry, I thought I was just ready to attack somebody in the comments there. Sorry. Has she seen the rest of these clips? You can't make your mind up. And even when we see all the clips, not one of us can make our minds up about anything that's happened. But what gives her the God-given right to think she is above the law? And in my opinion, she's put Steph and Steph's child in danger. Look at the hate. People could go to Steph where the child is and say, oh my God, you're going to cause this man to do this, that and the other. Only takes one little fucking lunatic to do that, and she's inciting hate onto this woman and this child.
I've had a conversation with Rickster my whole damn life. The only message I've got from Rickster is your missus is a cunt. So honestly, I've not shared anything to Rickster. So CA shared it to Ricochet. So CA shared it to him, but I'm not allowed to share it now. So you're allowed to share it with your mods and your people, but damn, I shouldn't, right? Wow. Look, in the information that we had at the time, we should not be encouraging women to contact Alex. We has an active non-molestation order. We still shouldn't. So it's not one for one, one more for another, right? It is literally, I would still say, she's playing recordings, that's absolutely fine. And if we get new information come out, and there is more recordings of Alex, and he's being horrific and awful, then I absolutely will go for Alex again. But we can only do...
Exactly. She went off one clip. She scandalised this woman on the app for one clip.
What we have right now, the information we're seeing is him. Yes, that's exactly right. Hi, Steph, you okay? It is what it is. People need the truth. People need to be protected. At this time, I've done the best I can with what...
People do need to protect it, aka the child needed safeguarding, not fucking spread all over the internet for entertainment, for gossip, for use, to protect a man that doesn't want you. get it through to your head. Hayley shared the live.
I have. And that's the last I'm going to talk about. I'm going to pick my little one up from school. I'll let Auntie talk about when I'm gone. Bye.
And you know why she ended that there? Because everybody was saying how there's lots of other clips that she hasn't listened to where you hear obviously stressing Steph's voice, you hear this, that and the other, like what Canadian Angie played. What Canadian Angie, by the way, had Steph's full permission to do. Right? Canadian Angie said she'll never bring that video of that child to the app. But this absolute... She wanted to. She made sure that page, there was only that one person that information was given to. Now there's a troll page. But she shared it with 20 people, who then 20 people could have now shared it around where this child is involved. Where is the safeguarding? Where is the standing up for, what do you call it? For Steph, basically, like for what she's going through. Do you know what I'm saying? No, she isn't. Again, like I say, well done to her, because she's turned on a penny quicker than Alex's mental health's come back on top. But they're both well done to both of them. But anyway, if you want in the box, you can come in and you can have your opinion on this, because I am so fucked off with this today. So fucked off. And sorry for going back on my word. But again, I didn't like what I seen yesterday, and I watch it every time I seen, like, in another person's box where it was like a big fuck you to everybody. I was getting mad and mad. I kept saying, keeping out of it, keeping out of it. I'm sorry. Nah, it don't work like that now. They promised they wasn't going to speak about it, and that's all they've done since. I have to prove my innocence. Well, I just big up my LD. It's proper fucking me off big style, because why should this have been fetched to the internet again? Personal life, personal everything. Why was it fetched? And do you know what I'm thinking? To get their own spin on things out there, to make people say, well, I'm going to chuck this out there, and then when it finally happens, I can still see how the app's going and get my way onto it. And that goes from both sides, because I ain't taking one side over the other. But I would never disbelieve a woman either. Not when there's fucking a non-molestation order on a man, when she's clearly saying what she's saying. And again, yous all know I still believe what Tony said to me 100%. And I ain't disbelieving Steph either. But again, not my argument. But to do this around the app, this is wrong. This is so It's intimidation without directly intimidating that person. That's what's happened all day yesterday. Do you know what I'm saying? That is what, nothing, in no way, shape or form is it anything different, but intimidation to get to one person. And it's happening on the internet. And we all sitting back and allowing this to happen. When he said, I agreed to stop it. When he said, I ain't speaking about it, I'm not going to jump in a box. That's it, let it air itself out. But he always comes up with an excuse. I'm going to do this to protect myself. I'm not being called this when it's not true. We don't know what's true. We do not know what's true. We don't know what's lies, what's facts. And for the simple reason, that's why it should not be spoke about on here. Hi, Ali.
Hi, Pearl. Are you okay?
I'm good. Are you?
I'm all right. I think this situation, I know I don't often jump in boxes, but this situation, as I'm sure, like with many other men and women watching who have been a victim of domestic abuse, this situation is so saddening, because like I got in Alex's box yesterday to say to him, who are you doing this for? Because it's quite obvious to the same people here that he's trying to get at Steph through a third party. He's not allowed to contact her, so he's doing it indirectly. And then when you look at this whole thing on a broader scale, how many crimes against women go unprosecuted? How many grapes, and I'm not saying that that's anything to do with this particular situation, but how many grapes against women go unprosecuted? And that's because victims are never believed. And yet...
You know, sorry, Ali, this is why these kind of situations, it's going to be hard for people, men and women, to come anywhere with it. But where it shouldn't come to, like, is to the point that it is now, and it's point scoring. Yeah, it's trying to shut people down. I'll tell the truth. Listen, I said I wasn't shut down. No, Nobody will tell me what to say and what not to say. I'm reacting to clips on a internet.
Exactly.
And to me, it's fucking wrong, and it's baiting people.
Yeah.
And it's point scoring, and it's like, what I'm seeing from it is a great big fuck you, and I'll still say what I want and I'll do what I want, and you can't do fuck all about it.
Exactly.
Because now I've got the whole app feeling sorry for me. That's what I've seen.
I mean, look at it this way. Steph got a non-molestation order in order to try to feel safe. So she's got that against him to try and feel safe. Maybe she did get, you know, a tad of that back. Maybe she was feeling a bit safer knowing that he couldn't physically be at her address. But now he may as well be physically in her home, because whenever she picks up her phone, it's all about him and how...
And the word for that is calculating and cunning. That's
Exactly.
what that is.
That's because that's the only way that he could reach her. Imagine how scary that would be, yeah? Like, if your partner, you'd have to get a non-molestation order, and then your partner...
Sorry, Ali, do you know what? Do you know... And now I've just said there, it's calculating and cunning, right? So if I'm going to put myself in that position, right?
Yeah.
So if I was seeing all of this going on the internet, you know what I would personally do? Think, I'm going to drop everything so it goes away. I can't deal with this. Me health's not good. Me mind's not good. I've got a child here. I'm going to drop this just so it goes away.
Yeah, that's what
I would do.
You'd think, right, I can't handle this anymore. This is too much for me. Like, I'd rather just sack the whole thing off. Just please, just stop. Make it all stop. That's how she'll be feeling. But we know full well that if when victims do just drop
then
it,
she's made to look the lying fuck.
Exactly.
That it's never happened. When we know it has, we know it has, because
this happens to sorry, Pearl. Sorry,
go on.
That's why there's so many cases where
people want to. Sorry, I'm stopping you. If you want up in the box, please put in the comments so the mods can put you up, just so I can go and have myself a quick little thing of me granny, because me head, I'm getting so mad. And that the vomit one now is trying to say I'm doing this to point score against her. Get a fucking grip. Get a fucking grip.
Do you know, it saddens me to see in the comments all these women saying, like, oh, well, why would she have him back round? Why would she do this? Like, the way that we don't protect victims, and especially as women, it's so saddening. You can't question why she had him back round.
But let's not forget as well, he's painting everybody out that they're the bad ones, they're the mad ones. And just think, same MO as what was with Tony, the mad. They've got a problem.
Same MO with many guys. How many guys have you spoke to and then say you're on a first date and you're like, second date, how was your ex? And they're like, oh, my ex, she's crazy. She didn't let me see the kids. The same trope that we hear about women all the time. And as women, we tend, for some reason...
Donna, do you know you're in the box? Donna's driving. But only if people put in the comments they want the box, put them in, please.
For some reason, as women, we always believe these men when they say, oh, my ex is crazy, that's why I don't see the kids. Like, I don't understand why we're so quick to go against each other, and why we're so quick to go to bat for these men. He's quite obviously trying to get to Steph through the internet, because he can't go through her front door. He's tried going through her front fucking door. It didn't work. So now he's doing this. So do you think
about this? If it's night time and you're all in bed and a certain person turns up, knowing fine well you've got a dog, and make a noise so the dog barks, you trying to put fear of God into that person, and then when she was closing the curtains and things, no, come on, I said I wasn't going to talk about, but this has fucked me off now. And if he can run about the app and talk about it constantly in everybody's box, when I see this absolute pure excuse for a human being trying to absolutely rip it down as well, I'm sorry, no, all bets is off now.
That you can't. I think that poor Steph must be feeling absolutely terrified. And that's
okay, Donna, just do it when you're ready. Swipe completely off the app if you can.
And that's what he wants. And the way he sits there saying, I don't want Steph to feel blah, blah, blah. I don't want Steph. Yes, you do. You want Steph to feel terrified. You want her to feel like she needs to just drop all of this and then come running back to you. And then everything will be all sunshine and rainbows for her. But the fact that she's not doing that means that he's applying more and more and more pressure. Yeah, there'll be more said today. There'll be more said about, oh, well, you know, I just tried to be there for her, and look what she's done to me. Look, she's trying to say that I'm this big bad person and I never raised my voice to her. Oh yeah, well maybe I did just once and maybe it was caught on a recording.
And as well, if there's anybody in here for Alex and you want to chuck the other side of the coin, request the box. You're not going to be pounced on. So if you want to come in, you can.
Do we really think that the one time that this man raised his voice, Steph just happened to get it on a recording? Steph knew that this man was going to shout at her because there's a pattern of behaviour. That's why it's on a recording. It's not just, I just happened to be recording it this one single time where he's raised his voice one tiny decibel. No, she knew it was going to happen. That's how she knew to record, and that's what these men are like. We know when they're going to shout at us. It only takes us for us to look at their face and know what mood they're in and know how they're going to be acting towards us. And that's scary. That's a terrifying way to live. When you know when your man walks through the door and you only have to look at their face and know whether you're in for an okay night or whether you're in for a night of him kicking off. That's the reality that women are living with. And the fact that we can't be there for each other and then we're finding any reason we can to go at her and to disbelieve her. You've got a million reasons in front of you to believe her. So why are you searching so hard to go to bat for this man? Why? He's a liar. He's a gaslighter. He said that he's a narcissist. Or might be or not. You think? You think, mate? Fuck me. Of course you are. Because no person who wasn't a narcissist, who wasn't cold, who wasn't calculated, who wasn't manipulative, you've sat there, any normal person who wasn't a narc wouldn't come up with this whole plan. This whole plan, because you can't physically walk through her front door, you want to make her feel like you're in her house anyway. You want to make her feel suffocated.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's exactly what happened. Hi, darling.
I'm just going to say, I would like to. Has Hailey C been in a DV relationship?
So she tells us.
So how many times did she go back to her ex then?
She said she had to flee.
Now, how many times did she go back though?
I don't know. I'm not interested.
No, I bet she did.
On average, it's 7. On average, it's 7 before a woman leaves.
And can I just say that the CPS wouldn't have prosecuted unless they get, well, I think it's like 70% of a conviction. So he's done something, she's given the evidence to the police, and that goes to the CPS, who then decide whether they're going to get a conviction or not. So the CPS have decided, yes, with the evidence we've got, we could I think it's 70% we can get a conviction out of this. So what, do you understand what I mean? That's a lot of evidence to give to go, he's going to be found guilty. And I'd like to see Hailey Comment's reaction if he does get found guilty. And let's not forget, he's the first one that brought it all to the app.
Yeah, savage things. 1,000,000%. And in my opinion, it was fetched to the app for a fucking reason. And for the reason was this here to see which way it swing, this, that, and the other, to get maybe Steph to come on and talk about it, but I'll still stand and say the same. Everybody else has spoke about it, barring from Steph. She just come up to clear. She can't speak about it because she's being silenced by the law. But everybody else is, and I think the Gordner wanted her to snap to come up to fuck it all up.
Yeah, and he wanted to get ahead of the curve. He wanted to get online and paint again this manipulative and calculated behaviour where he's decided he's going to get online first because he wants his story to be heard. He wants to already get into people's heads and for them to think a certain way about Steph, and then push her to come on, and then imagine how many people will be watching and nitpicking every little thing she said if she did come on. Everybody would be tearing it apart to find reasons. Like, oh look, no, she said that she went back.
Can I just say something regarding this non-mol? Because he's pissing me off. Yeah, he's literally pissing me off. Downplaying this non-molestation. Let me tell you something. To get a non-molestation, it's not easy, Pearl. It's not easy. Yeah, it took me 3 years to get away from my ex, yeah? And basically, they kept arresting him because he kept coming to my house and doing what he was doing. Then they served the restraining order, yeah? And he breached the restraining order, which Alex is trying to downplay and say, oh, he got rearrested and he got an order put on. Yeah, Alex, you got a restraining order put on you. And what you done, you breached that, hence why you got the non-molestation order against you, because it carries jail weight. It carries prison weight. Yeah, that's why you got that. And another thing, what you're doing all over live stream and going into Big Creators Box and getting them to talk on it, what you're doing, you're rage baiting, yeah, you're rage baiting Steph to come online and to fuck up the place. And another thing, what you're doing, you're at the breach in your non-molestation order, because on the non-molestation order, it states that you cannot contact indirectly, out directly, or through a third party. And you have got people contacting or indirectly, out directly, through a third party. You're doing it as well by jumping in people's boxes and getting everybody to speak on it. You're intimidating this woman by getting everybody to talk on it and to isolate her and to do all of that. No, you're a scumbag. You know what you're doing. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to tolerate Alex. Every single time I see this, I'm going to jump up and have my opinion on it, because you're triggering so many survivors on this fucking app. And you seem to forget that there's thousands and thousands and thousands of survivors on this app that went through DA and DV that can see through your bullshit. Yeah, we've all been there. There's loads of us on here. So you can't gaslight us. That's all you've been doing is gaslighting, manipulative, intimidation, all of that. You brought it to the app, nobody else. Steph got into the box and said she can't speak on it because she's silenced by the police. And what you're doing, you're trying to rage bait this woman into coming into people's boxes so she fucks up the case. That's exactly what you're doing. And that's all I've got to say, Pearl, because I'm shaking. I can't take it anymore.
That was me. And like I said, I promised to keep out of it, not have my opinion on it, but not when I seen him being very bullshit, very like Larry yesterday, like even the tone, it was back to that being that AV, in my opinion. It was back to it, and that doesn't happen in one day. So to me, all the cry and the sympathy, he can't cope, he can't do this, I'm sorry, you made absolute laughing stocks out of all of us, and this is why I felt the need to talk. You were on a phone all day with vomit, the poor excuse for a human being who stands for jack shit, and whatever plan you have got going on, sorry, all bets is off now, and every time I see a clip, I'll fucking speak on it.
It's just.
Hello, you can go and get your.
Go on then, I will. Stay there, all of you, and answer the comments. Let me just have a quick.
Sorry, carry on.
It's just absolutely disgusting what he's doing. Do you get me? Like, I don't understand why all these women in his life, and there's loads of women in his life that's went through DV. So how they're not able to see the red flags, I don't fucking know. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, you've literally brought, these past couple of days, I will tell you it was straight. You literally brought me back to my fucking DV situation with all the gaslighting. Because one thing that you're doing as well, you're trying to make out that this woman is crazy. You're trying to make out it's all this woman's fault. That's exactly what abusers do. Do you get me? My ex done it to me. He made it out like it was all my fault. I was the one that was overreacting. I was the one that was crazy. All of this. No. And when you breach non-molestation, you've breached it over and over and over and over again. No wonder it got extended yesterday. Do you get me? Because you're putting yourself right out there. You're putting so much evidence on you now for you harassing indirectly, out directly, and through two third parties and intimidation. So there you go, Brigham. That's in you. That's on you. Good luck when you go to jail, you prick. And I hope you do go to jail, because what you're doing, this is not the first woman either. You done it to Tony as well. And you acted this exact same way. All the little stories that you're putting out there is exactly the same fucking storyline that you used on Tony. The exact same, just a different name. You get me? The exact same. So fuck you. Fuck you, and I will come for you, and I don't business, I will come for you, because you are literally triggering so many people on this app, and you think people are dumb. You think there's no survivors on this app. There's loads of us, and we see through your bullshit.
See, I've just been listening to you there. That's the mad thing for me. He's making everybody think that this woman is absolutely mad as a box of frocks and it's all in her imagination, right? But when he had to, it's been extended. I've been listening while I've been at the door. While that was extended, that thing, if there was nothing there for them to go at, would you just say, listen, that's it, it's ended, it's finished, you don't have to answer to nothing.
You're correct.
So,
there.
come on.
You're correct there, Pearl. They would have gave him no further action. Do you get what I'm saying?
What's that said? Pearl, please stay alive, because whenever and puts him in the box, I'm coming here.
That's like, do you see him going around all the big creators? Do you know why he was?
Can I tell you something as well about the Angie one? My opinion is, right, she's doing this because the whole app is going against him, so she knows when he comes into hers what she's going to get. That is the only reason, because if me and her had still been friends, I'm telling you, she would have ripped him to pieces. And that's what he's made alliances with her for. Nothing more and nothing left. And after all of this is all over, he'll go back to ripping her a brand new one on a daily.
Of course,
and her to him. I think she's got no alliance either.
He knows Angie goes against the grain.
Pearl, I think it was that case of, well, yeah, I'll accept what.
Thanks, my LD.
I'll accept his apology and let him back in my box, even though she's cried for, 3 years, she said that.
Well, it pushed her to the point at one point, so I would believe in Angie on what she said, because Angie openly stated on live he pushed her to the point where she physically wanted to
take her life.
But would you have that person in your box then, though?
No.
That's Angie Fire. She goes against the grain, doesn't she? Angie goes against the grain. That's Angie. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the only reason why he reached out to her, because he knows she would go against the grain and try and get Steph in the box, so that he gets the case fucked up on Steph. Like, we see the play here, Alex. We're not blind. We see what you're doing. We see exactly what you're doing. And again, we're being told we're being watched by him, Pearl. So again...
That's fine.
Yeah. Non-molestation.
From this live, he can have his opinion in the comments, but he ain't getting in the box. Yeah. Because if you're watching us, Alex, I know I said I wasn't having anything to do with, but you know what's fucked us off? You went from this crying, deflated man that had the world against him to yesterday, what I seen, you fucked me off so much that you were getting in these boxes and you were back to the person that we've seen on the app the whole time. You're making out she's mad, you've done nothing wrong, you've done this. Haven't got all of this going on when you can then jump in and be this strong, confident man again who is getting fucked over by this crazy fucking woman. And that's what you're putting out, that she's mad, she's wrong, you've done nothing, you don't get things put on you for no reason. And exactly what Kelly's just said there, you don't just get going from being arrested once to getting this put on you. There's little levels that you go through, and you're missing all that information out.
Yep. He's saying he got rearrested, he got an order put on, but you're not telling people the order that you got put on, are you? You're telling people, I got an order put on me and I breached that and I got rearrested and got saved a non-mol. I can tell everyone.
I heard yesterday, Kelly, right? I don't know if this happens. You know how we said about the phones and things, because... I'm sure you know at the time,
the phone.
He mentioned about his passport, and then he said no, he's got his passport. But listen, I don't understand this part of it here, but how can they record off a body cam of what's on his phone? I've never heard of that in my life.
I've never, that's lies. What they would have done, they would have took him into the police station, took his devices off him, and basically they would have went through his whole device and went basically... Because I've had my devices took off me before.
Remember, there's messages, they've been together, what I can remember, either nearly 2 years or over 2 years, and we don't know how long they were talking before then. Don't tell me on a body cam they can just flick through a few messages and it's done.
No, what they will have to do, Pearl, is take his phone, examine it, and go into the messages and see if there's any deleted messages. Do you get me? So that he can get them all back up. That's exactly what he do. So he's lying there.
This was what I was saying when Canadian Angie said she's got all of these messages. I was curious to know because obviously Steph's messages is there. was the deleted messages.
That's
And
what I'm
that's when
saying.
I'm
but
saying. That's what I'm
they can
saying.
get them
When the
back.
police off a body cam is just flicked through, if they
No.
see one deleted message, that phone's gone.
Yeah,
they
for real.
can pull their messages back.
Pearl, they only have to type 3 digits into the phone and boom, everything comes back. Everything that you deleted from emails to text messages, everything that you've deleted off your voice, the police can get back up. So nice try, Brigham. Nice
People
try.
saying they didn't take my ex's phones. Like I say, I don't know, but what I
They
can't
took
get my head
mine.
around
They
is
took mine.
when he said it was recorded off a body cam. Like,
I took my ex's phones. They had my ex's phones for fucking nearly 3 months.
it could be different things. I'm only saying what I can't make sense of. Like, why would they do that? They can't just scroll through, like, it's got to be at least 2 year fucking messages. They can't just sit there and scroll through 2 year of messages, and there's going to be deleted messages. There's going to be something in there. Even if they've been arguing, there's got to be something.
Yeah, that's
and
not
then
gonna happen
to
with
say,
body
oh,
cam.
that's fine, you have it back. I don't work
Body
that
cam
out.
is only on police for, like, you know, like for their safety. It's not there to record phones. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that, like when being taken into the police station, they will have to take the phone in there and then do what they got to do. It won't be recorded off body cam. He's talking bullshit.
Yeah, I just don't get it. There's loads of things that I don't get, and I don't know if it's, well, obviously I don't understand none of that. But for harassment, they take devices. Again, but
Exactly, that's what I'm
even
saying.
the
He took
mind
my-
games he was playing by going in the night, knocking at the door, knocking at a window or a door, wherever it was, making sure, knowing fine well the minute there was a noise and that dog hurt, it was going to wake everybody up. Like, why do all of that?
And
There was
furthermore,
a child in the property. Why scare them through the night if he's so concerned? Sorry, I'm
And another one, Pearl. If he didn't do anything outside that woman's address, scream and shout or whatever, why did the police ring? Why did the neighbor ring the police? Why did the neighbor?
That's another thing I don't get. Why? I've said this. If somebody pulled up to mine and one of my neighbours, they're not going to just say, "Oh, there's somebody outside of Pearls. I think I'll phone the police." That don't happen.
Exactly. Do you get me? Exactly. It only phone police if there's a concern. Do you get me? Or if there's a risk to that woman or the baby. That's why she would only phone the police. So don't even go with that one. You're downplaying it. And unfortunately, there's loads of domestic survivors on here. So you're not going to downplay it.
Exactly. I just don't know. But what I don't like is what I seen yesterday. Yes, I felt sorry the day before, and I thought it's now to do with me. So I'm going to keep back off it. But then when I seen what was going on yesterday, I can't tell you how fucked off I was. That he was back to that same person we all know, and he was like taking the piss out of people, questioning them like a lawyer and this, that and the other.
Because do you know why he done that, Pearl? He needed all of you's big creators backing him. Do you get what I'm saying? He tried to get yous all as alliances and to stop talking. Do you get what I'm saying? He tried to silence all of yous, which it worked in a way, not with you, but with other creators. Do you get what I'm saying? It did work. So that was his game, was to silence yous all from talking on it.
I just didn't like what I seen yesterday, and I just thought, nah, that's not somebody who's suffering with in their own age and doing this, because he was too Larry. And loving the fact that he was in boxes and people questioning him, and he was there, bang, back with an answer and just say, I can make you look an idiot in 2 seconds. Like,
I know, calling people liars and everything.
Do you know, nah.
Yes, he wasn't. You're a liar.
Didn't do it
You're a
for
liar.
me. Hey, Caros.
No.
Hi, are you right?
I am, are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I was just coming up because he keeps reading a part out on this emergency non-molestation order, saying that there's no evidence for anything like that, and it's she's not put anything forward. Now, you do put evidence forward when you have one. The police refer you, so they have incidents passed on by the police to the solicitors there. But the part that he keeps reading out is on every single non-molestation order. It's not relevant to his case at all. So there is evidence that's gone forward. It's just the standard bit that they put on the bottom. So he's reading this out as an excuse, saying, there's no evidence to this, blah, blah. There is.
There's lots of evidence, man.
Yeah.
Like, to get a non-molestation order, there has to be evidence. Do you get what
Yeah,
I'm
the
saying?
police refer you to a solicitor. They will pass on any incidents that they're aware of.
Yeah.
The solicitor then also gives you the chance to put anything extra across. So there is
And
evidence.
sorry, Cara, somebody's just put in the comments there, right? If he was all worked up and worried about what's going on and like people putting lies on his name, why was he in Levi's chat and put to a woman when they were talking about what was going on? Knock, knock.
Yeah, he said that to Phil.
To
Because
who?
To Phil, and that was only because
Wow.
she had said about him having his passport taken. Now he reckons now he's never said that,
He did
and
say
she's got to
that.
find the
Top
clip.
Girl's got the screenshot. He did say it.
He did say
No,
it.
he's saying that he didn't have his passport taken.
Oh.
He did say that. He said that on the app.
Well, he said something because even to Corey said, so can you go away on holiday? Have you got your passport? So it was obviously said.
Exactly. So he's denying it for no good reason. But he's just lying about everything. And I can even.
Has anybody got the clip where when that first come out about the passport thing? If anybody has, can you please tag Pearl's point of view in it, please?
That's the thing. To be a liar, you need to be a good liar, and he's not a good liar. He's slipping up left, right, hand, and centre. He's slipping up all over the place.
Phil said she's going to try and
His
post
stories
the-
keep changing. His stories keep changing.
No, I'm on about the one with the passport. If anybody's got that, can you please tag us in here? Because there was definitely something said, and 1,000,000%, because why would Corey say, so have you got your passport? Can you go on holiday? And he went, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying?
He said, I can go on holiday. And then in the next breath, he went, I don't know if I can go on holiday.
No, what I heard was he said, yeah, I can go on holiday. There's nothing in this non-mol that says I can't do anything.
Well, I've seen a different clip. I seen a different clip then, because it was Corey asking him a question, and he went, "Yeah, I've got my passport right here." He said, "You want to see it?" And then Corey went, "Can you go out of the country?" And he went, "I don't know if I can."
I don't
So
know.
that doesn't make sense. You either know you can or you don't know you can. Your passport was either taken or it wasn't.
Hey,
yeah, I'm just coming up to speak about, because I had a non-molestation order through 3 years of stalking. I had to have a lot of evidence, and it goes to the family court. It doesn't go through police or anything like that. Your solicitor deals with it with family court. And then when you go in and they grant you that order, he gets a choice whether to go on trial to try and get it removed and lifted, or he doesn't fight against it and it gets left in place, and it lasts a year.
Yeah, it can vary. So he'll
emergency
second
one.
hearing to give him
Yeah.
Yeah, so he can give
They go through family court for all of them, and you can always fight against it. And then obviously he'd have to give his evidence, and then if it wasn't dropped, that proves there's not enough evidence to say that he hasn't done it.
Sorry, I'm outside, so I'm just going to drop. But how many times would that argument will have had to have happened for Steph to decide to record that argument? And
This
for that
ain't a
child
clear cut is what he's making out on here. I'm sorry, it isn't.
That's what I'm saying. He's breached. He's broke all his bail. He's breached everything. So that's why the non-mol, it's not a temporary non-mol. It's a full non-mol. He got a restraining order. That's what he got on him, because he said on live that he got an order put on him and he breached it and he got rearrested. And with that order that he's talking about, because I had it on my ex, is a restraining order. And then when you breach that, you get a molestation order, which carries jail time. When you breach that, you're going to jail.
Yeah.
Hello, just quickly, I've posted Alex's comment where he said knock knock to a woman. I've put it on my page.
Wow.
Also, it was to another woman, not you.
It were another woman called Gemini, but I were in there and I said back to him, imagine saying that with what's come out about you.
Wow.
And then he replied back, you'd be safe. Something like that.
That's what I said, just actually taking the piss.
Yeah,
and avoiding
it's just
people.
absolutely mocking it. But I have posted it though.
Oh, thank you, Phil.
Thanks,
No
Phil.
worries.
That in itself is sick.
Yeah,
why the fuck, when you've got this hanging over your head, would you go and put that in comments?
Yeah, he's just mocking it, isn't he? He's just making a fool out of everyone at this point.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what fucked me off yesterday, because it's like, fuck all of yous, a big fuck you. I'll do what I want, and who's going to stop us? Nobody.
Yeah.
But we
That's the message that's coming across.
But
And
we
this is
don't-
why I say he's still intimidating Steph through social media, whichever way you look at it. Don't tell me she's not watching all of this that's going on. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's indirectly and outdirectly contacting her. That's what he's doing.
He's so
Intimidating
fucking
her
cocky
indirectly
that
and
this is
outdirectly.
just going to go away, that he can go to people, go into comments and go knock, knock. Somebody who was up for this and got these orders on him was saying this to me in the comments, I'd be terrified.
None
And
of that,
I'm
really.
going to put it out there, I would be terrified.
Right, Phil, I'm going to drop anyway, but thank you for having me up, and it is on
You're
record
welcome.
if anyone wants to see it.
Thanks, Phil.
All right,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Phil.
I'm going to drop now as well. I was just going to explain that.
I don't listen. Me head's just.
It's all one big confusing situation.
It's because
Hiya,
he's so
pal.
cocky. It's so cause he is so cocky about the situation. That's what fucked me off yesterday.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Pal, can I?
need
I'm
to
just
make
coming
it-
up
make
to explain
her-
something.
You all, yeah.
I'm just coming up to explain something. Obviously, Kelly's in Ireland. It's different in
I'm not in
England.
Ireland.
so-
I'm in the UK. I'm not in Ireland.
Well, in the UK, restraining order is given by criminal court. So what will have happened is he will have been put on bail. He will have broke his bail conditions, and then he will then
Hold
she
on,
will
you're
have been
trying to
advised.
tell me about my restraining order. Is that what you're trying to do here? Don't tell
A
me
restraining
about
order
my
is given in
restraining
the
order.
criminal
The
court and
reason
not
why
all
he
his
was
family
given a
court.
restraining order is because he had past criminal offences towards
He
other
doesn't
women.
have he won't have had a restraining order. A restraining order is criminal. A non-mol is family. Is
But
family
he
court.
is criminal, but he is doing criminal things. Like, what the hell here?
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not Kelly, but the reason that I'm saying this is so important is because I've been through DV for 10 years. I didn't have any evidence until the last time. So him saying, oh, where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? I want women to know that you don't have evidence. If you don't have enough evidence or you don't feel like going to court, you can still get this non-mol. All women can still get it.
So
and I
why
just
did he say on live that he got an order put on him, but wouldn't say what order and that he breached that order? That's why I'm coming to the conclusion that it was a restraining order.
I'm assuming he broke his bail. And 'cause if you remember, Kelly, he said the police said she should get it, but she didn't want to. So what he will have done, he will have broke his bail. The police will have said, you need to put something in place here and gone for a non-mol. And the only reason I'm explaining it is I want every woman out there to know, if you haven't got the evidence or you're too scared to go to court, you can go for a non-mol and it can be put in place. And I think that's really important. I'd also like to pick up on something he said in Hayley Comments box yesterday. He said, would you say, Hayley, after listening to them, that other people have spoke to people worse on the app? Imagine using a defence of men have spoke to women worse on the app. Absolutely narcissistic behaviour. That's abhorrent that he was allowed to
And
say
she
that.
agreed with him.
Yeah, from somebody who survived DV, she says, she agreed when he said, can you just tell me, have men spoke to women worse on the app? And she said, yeah, he went, exactly, I rest my case. I rest my case?
Yeah.
And I'm really sorry. I'd just like to say one more thing, and I hope he's listening. Do you know all the times, the 10 years I went through domestic abuse, do you ever think I stopped to say, hold on a minute, before you say anything, before you smash anything, before you hit me, let me get my camera out so I can record it so that I've got it for future purposes? No, you didn't. And it's an insult to women or men that have been through DV to think that we are always going to have evidence, because that is not the case. I just want to say that, pal.
Sick to the stomach,
It's making me so mad. And what's making me so mad is the women defending him. And what breaks my heart is the amount of women and men that will be in these comments without us even knowing. That will be absolutely petrified.
100%.
Absolutely will dare not to leave. And you know, the worst thing is, I left and he still kept coming back, and I wish I'd have got the non-mol, because then my child ended up getting hurt. I urge anybody in this chat, please, you're not alone. There is help out there. There is places to go. Look in the polls. The mods are doing fantastic. They're putting the numbers in the polls. Please, you are not alone. Please go and get help. Don't go through 10 years of what I went through, because there is light on the other side. You are not alone, and you will be okay, and I promise you that. So I just want to say to every man and woman out there, please don't take this, what's going on in this app at the moment, that this is what's happened. You will be believed. You won't be called a liar, and we stand for victims, and that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
Same day they're on Kim as well.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I'm going to go, Pal, because I'm just going to get mad.
Okie doke, Babs.
All right, bye. Love you, bye.
Bye.
What I was saying,
And
there's so many
again,
survivors on here.
big up to the mods, because every time there's things and they're putting the right numbers in there for you to get contact. If you want to stay like anonymous and speak to the proper people, please, I keep saying this time and time and time again, please don't put your personal life, your traumas on here, because this is exactly what happens. And this is why I go mad. And even with Chantel, when she went on and people were saying, why didn't you do this? And why didn't you do that? That was her choice to bring it onto this app. And I just said she's going to have to grow another shell now. She's fetched it onto the app. I'll go at anybody else for bringing it on. So how could I stand by and say, just because it's Chantel, nobody dare talk about it? No, she's fetched it on. She give everybody that right. And then afterwards, she said, I wish I'd never done it. But I said, it's too late. You've done it now. It's out there. Do you know what I'm saying? But for this situation here, I think it's been fetched for a reason. And the word crazy, mad, I'm innocent. All of these words, if you're all of these.
And she kept coming back. That's all he keeps saying as well. She keeps coming back. She keeps coming back. Do you know the amount of times I've went back to my ex?
1,000,000%.
That's very true. And a trauma bond can be a thing.
For real.
And all of this, what's going on here now, is to make her get to the point in her life where she says, this is not worth it. Fuck it. I'm going to drop everything and just stay away. That's my opinion of what's happening on here in plain sight of everybody. And everybody who is in them boxes, and it's making us feel so sad that we hear and you're crying and this, that and the other, and we love you and we're backing you, whatever. That is enabling them to a massive, massive level, as we seen yesterday. He thinks he's untouchable. He can do and say what he wants and nobody's going to give a flying fuck. Exactly. That's what has actually fucked me off yesterday.
I just wanted to say, Pearl, thanks for having me back up.
Yeah,
and kind of echoing what Kim's just said, I don't know why it just occurred to me that there's going to be countless women watching this now who are watching Alex, they're all watching Alex, and having us speak about him where he says people shouldn't be talking about him, whatever, shut up. Having us speak about him and as particularly survivors, and kind of spelling out to women, this is why he said this. This is why he's using the words crazy, unhinged. Yep. This is why it might not be many recordings, because you know what? If an abuser takes a woman's phone when he gets home, how else do you think she's going to collect any evidence? It's not that easy. So there's going to be countless women watching this who could be in the same position. And it's so valuable to have you and other advocates up here saying, look, women, if this is happening to you, and these women could have been putting up with this for years, they could have been trapped in this for years, but having us dissect his language and his actions and saying, look, and this guy is doing this because he wants other people to think this. He said this because he wants you to think this. It's so important to have that representation, because even if it's just one woman who or man who looks at this and goes, oh my God, this is what's been happening to me. I've never been able to put it into words before. I've never been able to be believed, because most of the time you're in a circle around you. The man has already got into their brains, and it's sad. The abuse isn't just with the one person.
Think about this as well, Ali. When they putting it around the app that this woman is crazy, she's going to think, oh my God, who is going to believe us? Who's going to believe us? They're going to think it's all in my head. There's lots of things that's happening that's being said about Steph at the minute that, in my opinion, is to close it down, fuck it all off and just say, that's it. As long as he keeps away from me, I'll keep away from him. And that is what I think is happening. So he's trolling the fuck out of her. He's trolling the fuck out of her in the hope she just drops everything and then they'll go the separate ways. So I don't think now, after yesterday, that he does still love this woman. He's putting out, he's like this big loving man who still just wants the best for her. He is, and he's trolling her.
That's
Yeah.
gaslighting, you know, like the crying and everything. That was gaslighting. My ex used to do it all the time, cry like a big baby. Do you get what I'm saying? After what you do.
If you take what Alex has done and how he's gone to different creators to try and get his story out first, if you imagine women at home whose partner has done that to the people in their life, and so they look around and they think, this is what people already think of me. People already think that I'm crazy and that all I do is nag at him and put him down, and I can't do anything right for him. Like, everyone thinks that I'm stupid, that I'm an idiot. Who can I turn to? There's so many women in that position, and he's doing it on a broader scale.
And what do the whoever it is, if it's a man or a woman, they've got this going on, just like what's going on TikTok now. They try to isolate that person so that person feels so alone. They've got nobody to talk to, nobody to stand by, nobody to believe them, because everybody thinks they're mad and everybody thinks it was their fucking doing.
Sometimes,
that's why
you know,
he went
they think
all
it's
around
not
the big
getting
creators.
sectioned. Like, that happens. People have been sectioned because of stories that their partners have told. Because when the police arrive, they're the ones saying, no, it's her, she's crazy, she's throwing things, she's smashing things. And as a victim, you haven't got the voice to go, actually, no, that isn't what's happening, it's him. So in lots of cases, women have been put on a psychiatric hold, thinking that, like, it's the best thing for them. And then after that, how do these women think they're ever going to be believed by anybody?
Who was it the other day? Sorry, Ali. Who was it the other day? That's just come back into my mind. Somebody come up and said, I can't remember who it was, that when she used to go anywhere, come back in, did he, like, check somewhere? Or...
He used to smell their underwear.
That ain't a normal person. Sorry.
Hi, thanks for letting me up.
Was that with Tony, was it? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, hi, Han.
Hi, I just wanted to say one thing from a person who has gone through it as a child and witnessed it. For a child to turn around and say to not someone that's actually their father as well, to stop saying or speaking or doing a certain thing to their mum, that doesn't come from just one day it happened and then they suddenly speak up. That's something, I mean, I can't say for every child, obviously I'm not stupid, but from what I've experienced and with someone that was my blood, that took me a long time as a child to outright come out and say something as a young child. So whether there is rights and wrongs on both sides, and I used to support Alex, I'm not going to hide from that, I did. But I started to see things myself and I made my own decisions. But people need to hone in on the fact that a child has had to speak up during an altercation between two adults. That doesn't come from suddenly happening. That's something that they've witnessed a multitude of times. And that's all I want to say. So thank you for having me up.
You're welcome, Ihan. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So everybody, don't listen to what this poor excuse of a woman is that's come on and decided to side with somebody because she's had a phone call with them, befriended this woman under false pretenses, put her personal business out there with the woman's child on her, then asking Alex, it wasn't his video, it wasn't his child, that she's got his permission to put that out. It was fuck all to do with Alex, what she put out there. It was nothing. Why was she asking a man who is made out, I don't know, thank you, me babies, to be the abuser, in this situation? Why was it okay for her to put that out there? Do you know what I'm saying? Because how do we know what's gone on? Listen, every time all of this stuff will have been going on, the first time somebody raises the voice to you or does something, you're not going to think, fuck it, I'm going to go to the police and get you arrested. Doesn't happen like that, right? It has to be a pattern of behaviour and things over time gets to the point where you feel you're not safe. Do you really want this? It's not for you. That's when you go to the police.
Exactly that.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is how it comes. It doesn't just bang, I'm going to the police off one time. It's got to be that pattern of behaviour for your life is gossip. Kat, would you like to come into the box?
No, big Brigham supporter, look.
Come and join the gossip then, Kate. You're already joining. You're
Come
already
in and
with
have your
the
say.
gossip.
Nobody's
You're
going to be
already
jumped
here.
on. If there's anybody in here for Alex and wants to put a different side to the story, please get in the box. You're not going to be jumped on. You can have your say. Everybody will mute up, and then that's it. Have your say. Nobody's shutting anybody down.
I think it's important if women do support Alex to hear them. Actually, I think that I think that those are conversations that need to be had. And again, because like we're saying, women need to support women. So in the same breath, we're not going to tear somebody down because they have been sucked in by.
And imagine being alone in all of this going on when you think somebody with a massive fucking platform who's going to other people with massive platforms is getting all of this out there. And I don't know if Steph's got brothers or if her parents are still alive. I don't know none of that. But
she's got family who've seen this.
So, but what I'm trying to say is she mightn't have that family that would just directly go to him and say, get to fuck, don't contact her no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, because we're talking the real world here, not TikTok.
Yeah.
And I know if there was somebody coming doing this to me, I'd have family that would go and say, enough's enough now. You go your way, leave her go her way. We don't know if Steph's got this back up in real life as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
A lot of the time, narcissists as well, when they meet a person's family members, the mask that they put on is incredible. And the opinion that your parents can have of the person can be completely opposite to who they actually are, because they work very, very hard with immediate family members and friends to make sure that they look like the perfect man, to make sure that
Sorry, Ali, will you put the poll back up? I had to knock it off because I'd done something there. Can you put that poll back up? Thank you.
True, Ali. That's so true.
So it's often, perhaps she hasn't got anybody who can.
Thank you.
I mean, she might not. The thing is, if she may well have family who want to go to him and tell him or get him to stop. However, she will also know that will interfere with her case. So again, there's going to be probably family members of hers who want to.
Maybe. But even still, whichever way you look at it, it's imitation. It's fucking intimidation on a massive fuck-off level, that it can go from platform to platform to platform, and all of these people, it's like a little tumbleweed is getting onto his side. How must she be feeling to think the whole of the internet thinks she's mad, thinks she's making it up, thinks it's making out it's her fault? Like, how must she be feeling? And you know how the pure excuse for a human being put out, what if we push somebody to the brink of this? Are we not all doing this to Steph?
Yeah. And the way he sits there and says, I don't want Steph to be upset. I don't want Yes, you do. You want her to be terrified. You want her to feel suffocated.
You're making money on this subject, so you think that's okay. Linda, pop in the box, baby. Get yourself in. Come and have your say. Come and have your say. I want you to jump in the box. Stop in the comments. Jump in the box. If you've got something to say, come and say it. You're not going to get jumped on. I really want to know where you're coming from on this.
I don't know about you, Linda, but I think it's very, very, very important that these conversations are had. And where else other than this platform could we gather this many people to have this conversation? What do you want us to do? We're from all over the world.
And can I just say another thing? Sorry, you know the person that fetched it to the app, every time they've gone live, have they turned the gifts off? No. Because they fetched it to the app. So have they got the gifts off every time? Because every time they've gone live, they've spoke about this thing. So just saying that.
Yeah, so it's all right for Alex to monetize off Steph. It's all right. That's okay, is it? The person who's caused this, he's already caused loads of harm to her. He's all right to then go online and cause even more harm to her and get paid whilst doing so.
And and also telling her which way she should be feeling about it, telling her that she's mad, she's bad, she's wrong, it's all her fault. Who are we to tell any woman what she is feeling in this situation? Is it us? No, it was Alex and Steph, and there's only them two that know what went on. But the way that all app is taking it now is he's innocent. He's never done anything. He is this big 6'4", big standing man,
he ain't innocent,
and he is in the right. Steph's in the wrong. That's at the minute. This is what's happening on the app. Everybody's putting Steph in the wrong, saying she's mad, she's bad. Who are we to tell a woman how to feel and what she's feeling?
This was his plan, Pearl. This was his plan to make her feel like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
This is why I think it's very important that Pearl is having these conversations on her platform, because when Steph's been opening the app, all she's been seeing is people agreeing with this man, calling her crazy, calling her psychotic, and saying that he's innocent, he's done nothing wrong. So I think it's very, very, very important that Pearl is here with, open.
And again, I'm not having Steph on the platform, but what I am saying now, just for what I seen yesterday, you know that time when I said what Alex used to do to me, and it was over there when he said he had a family member, give us 5 minutes, he went off, come back, and he went, when the court case was going on, and he come back and he said, she said you can expect 5 years over this. I went to fucking pieces. He fucked with my head. That's what he done, head fuckery, right? And then that's when I come away, right? So how do we know that little light bulb moment hasn't happened with Steph after she's tried ever so many times? Because come on, listen, if they were a couple and they could have had a family together, right? There's got to have been love there. Don't tell me there was no love there. And I think there's even still now, there's got to be something there. You can't turn your feelings off. But what he's doing with her now is head fuckery. The whole app and all of these people that is condoning it. Shame on yous. Fucking shame on yous. And I was not going to speak about this no more, but I just didn't like what I seen yesterday. And he's back to that fucking being a prick.
Cocky.
But if he cares about Steph as much as he says he does, right, then he shouldn't have a problem.
I don't believe he does. He's just wanting to shut it down. In my opinion, he's wanting to shut it down. So she said, enough's enough. I can't deal with this. The whole internet's backing him. I'm just going to drop everything. If he goes his way, I'll go mine. That's the opinion I've come to. That's what I think's happening.
But if he wasn't
2 minutes, go on.
But if he wasn't a lying knobhead, then he'd be happy that you were having these conversations on your platform, and that there was someone out there who wasn't just going at Steph. Because if he cared so much about her, and how he says he doesn't want anybody to be going at her, he doesn't want anything bad said about her, then he should be happy that Pearl's is the only life where that isn't happening. So he should be happy. He should be thanking Pearl by his own logic, because he doesn't want any bad said about Steph. Well, if you don't want any bad said about her, why are you going around spreading not spreading your seed, that's disgusting.
Yeah, venom.
But spreading your story far and wide so that she has nowhere to go, so that when she opens the app, all she sees is negativity about herself. You should be happy that there's somewhere where that isn't the case.
That's why he ran around every single big creator, was to isolate her. To get all the big creators on his side, so that nobody could speak about her and isolate her.
And who better to go to than Angie? Against the grain Angie. Exactly. And if there's anyone,
for somebody who's supposed to be in this state, in this vulnerable state, I'm on about Alex, right? How can he do what he's doing? Because that now his actions doesn't make sense with his words. Listen, I said I'll keep away from it, and I wasn't playing anything. But every video that I come across where he's jumping from box to box, I'm going to play it now. And then the crying act doesn't work with me, because he's done this. He had the chance to stop it. He said he was going to stop it. So from now on, he doesn't want to stop it, in my opinion. So I do a F page, and I will react to them clips that I see on here from now on. Because his actions does not meet his words, what he's saying.
No, and I think it's really
important. I can't get it into my head. What is he wanting? What is he doing?
He wants her to be scared. He wants her to be terrified. He wants her to feel like she has absolutely nobody. He wants her to feel like he is the only answer. The only answer is that she drops it and they run away into the sunset together. Like he wants her to feel that that's it. That's all she can do is say, forget all of this and I'll take him back because he's the only person I've got in the world.
1,000,000%. He is trying to isolate her. He's trying. So again, she feels the whole app is against her. And this is why I think sorry, parcel. Let me find out this.
He isolated Tony, for fuck's sake. Do you get what I'm saying? He fully isolated Tony off the app.
I didn't see a lot of the Tony stuff back then. I wasn't really on this side of TikTok. But because when I said before about him smelling things when somebody got home, I heard that in Toxic Dan's live, and that's what everybody was saying that he'd done with Tony. But did you hear that, Kelly, like back then?
Yeah, I was friends with Tony.
Oh, so he did. So,
Yeah,
these are what he told things like in his chat. In his chat, he asked his chat, and yes, I have been spying about it. He asked his chat, did he look good on that fucking clip that was put out? How much of a narcissistic bastard is that?
Wow.
And with Tony, was it kind of the same MO then? Did he sort of do the same stuff?
Yeah, he was cheating on her with his mods on here. And then he started turning up to a house, like the same scenario with Steph, with flowers and all of that. Do you get me? And then, like, basically, he even admitted that he smashed the TV in a house when he showed. He admitted that. Do you get me? So,
and his thing to that was it was his telly, he can do what he wants.
Yeah, he said it was his telly and he can do what he wants with it. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm like, Rod, what the fuck, bruv? So, and then...
How did all that end? How did she get away from him?
He silenced her. She got
disappeared.
away from him. She disappeared, man. It's like he
Well,
silenced
surely
her.
that's exactly what he wants to happen here then, isn't it?
And that's why I had to apologise, because she didn't back me up. I fetched her to the app. I did fetch her to the app, and that's why I had to apologise to him at the time, because she did not come on and back up to what she told me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why, in my opinion, I think she was silenced and just made to go away. And I think that's what's happening with the Steph situation.
She was scared, man. She was
We're on
scared.
round two. We've seen it all before then.
She was too scared.
Yeah, that's what I said. Pattern of
Well, that's what I
behaviour. It
mean.
hasn't just happened overnight.
Yeah, I didn't know it was exactly the same, like...
From what we're hearing, exactly
from
the
what we're
same.
hearing. That's scary, isn't it? It's terrifying, and it's scary because it's
And
right
what
in front of
Tony,
your eyes.
what Tony told me at the time, and this is why I'm believing what Steph is saying, because what Tony told me at the time was, now let's not forget, Alex is this big 6'4" man.
Yes.
I'm only going off what Tony said. I don't know if it's true, but I'm just telling you, of the things I'm hearing now to what I was told from Tony, she said he got, like, not hurt him or anything, but got in his face and called him a little bastard.
Kid's face, the kid's face, and then
Did you get told that, Kelly?
Yes, the kid's face, and then...
I was told that directly from Tony. So
I was as well.
It's the
I was
same
as well.
thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And still women are supporting him. And still,
Come on, it's just this pattern of behaviour. And I was shut down with Tony because Tony didn't back us up. I come forward for her, got a lot of hate on the app for it. Fuck off this.
Kat, you've got a lot to say in the comments, man. Can you just shut the fuck up and stop taking up for Brigham? This is not about views. This is about...
I must be getting loads today. No, there's a couple of things coming. I'll tell you what the stuff's coming for. It's for the boat. So sorry if I keep getting parcel deliveries. But again, like he plays these women off as well. Let's not forget that. The whole thing flirting with Sophie Bailey online, right? Like saying these women want him. The whole... He even told me about who was messaging him and showing Diddy pics and everything and whatever else was getting things. He told me about that. So what trustworthy person is going to tell somebody about this?
And don't forget what
that have to do with me.
And don't forget what he done on an autism live in Tony's house.
I think his insecurity... He's got insecurities about how he looks and everything, and he needs reassurance, and he makes these women jealous from him, like saying this woman wants us, that woman wants us. I don't believe it for a second. But why did he feel the needs to tell me all the women want me? I mean, this incentives this, incentives that, this incentives the other. Why?
That's creepy. There's no.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And like I said, I don't like what I seen yesterday, and certainly sitting in fucking DA's box, going in when DA. Listen, she ain't no woman's woman either to let him sit in the box and then side with him on this. She's using it to her benefit, the same as he is using it to the benefit. Really? And if he hadn't done what he'd done yesterday, after we agreed not to speak, and then obviously he's been on with Hayley and she's come in and said, oh, I would never have spoken, not my business. But now I'm reacting to clips, what's on here, and I will keep reacting to them. End of. But anyways, listen, it's 11 o'clock, everybody. I'm going to have to go because I've got my jobs to do, and I'll be on later. Any clips you want us to play, tag Pearl's point of view, and we'll get back to it this afternoon. And brand new day, brand new, same shit.
Same shit, different wording. Different day, same shit, different wording.
But anyways, so let's just ignore my question, Pearl. Sorry, Selena. Go on, I'll wait for your question. Give us a look at Selena. Oh, no. Go on, Selena, sorry. Oh. No, it's a few parcels for the boat, things that's coming, the boat trip. Selena, do you want to ask us the question? Sorry, I apologise, I've never seen them. Hey, my shares. This feels like you're constipated. And you're waiting for it just to drop. Selena, do you want to ask me the question or do you want to get in the box? Because you're calling us out and saying I've ignored your comment. Sorry, everybody knows I don't. I'll pick the odd one out. I'm going back. I can't see anything. You can't. Also, I think they've been sent over to say, oh, she's only asking questions that she wants to. This is something factual and she hasn't answered it. So, Selena, if you want to come in the box, Babby, please feel free. You can. Anyone from Alex's side's welcome in the box if you want to think for him, but not just right now because I'm going off. I've asked you all morning. Do you know what I'm saying? Or a word is in the block. Yeah, but they can get up. They can get up in the box.
Hey, can I just say thank you for holding this live, because I really do think awareness should be put out there, because there's loads.
It's not an awareness. It's the fuckery that's going on, and it's the.
Yeah, but it's a kind of awareness for us survivors getting in the box and saying like, this is not wrong. This is what he's doing. Do you get me? Because we see the pattern of behavior.
I just didn't like about the actions of yesterday. About how he was so cocky with himself, and like I say, in my opinion, it was a big fuck you. And then for that troglodyte to come on, who was she to post anything about Steph on her child and block the woman in the bargain and run with it to turn it back to somebody else's advantage? That's what fucked me off.
Is that what she done? She blocked her?
Yeah. The minute she got it, she blocked her, and then come on with some excuse that she wasn't being used. And she blocked her. She felt the needs to block this woman after she befriended her
and she's
under false pretenses.
And she's meant to be a DV advocate.
And then let's not forget, she shared this this video around with 20 of her mods, and then all of a sudden a fake page is coming up showing this video. So there was only her at their information. Because CA's got it, but what CA come out and said was, never ever will I bring this to the app, because there's a child concerned. The only other person that knew about this was the vomit, and now there's a fake page with it out there, so we see what she's all about. Do you know?
Oh my God, that's absolutely fucking disgusting.
So please, nobody ever go to vomit with any personal information, anything about DFE, because she stands for jack shit. Right, everybody, I really am going. I just want to say thank you for all my presence. A big thank you to me mods for keeping up with them helplines, and everybody that's come up and spoke. And I'll be on later on, me babs, right? So,
thanks, Pearl. Have a lovely day.
Have a lovely day, and I will all see you later, right? Big love, everyone. Bye.